No team has ever come back down 0-3. The Celtics with a chance to make history tonight. Game 7 in their building. First play of the game, Jason Tatum gets injured. He sprains his ankle. He's Euro stepping to the basket. And after the layup attempt, he comes down on the foot of Vincent. He kept playing. He gave it a go. And look at Jaylen Brown turning the ball over here. He had 8 turnovers tonight. And a lot of his turnovers, he just loses the handle. He doesn't always get stripped. Yeah, sometimes they poke the ball loose, but his handles are so loose. It's just pathetic. And then look, the Celtics are playing drop coverage again. They didn't learn anything from last year's finals where they just let Steph Curry get wide open threes. They just gave Duncan Robinson a wide open three. Horford was all the way back in the paint after that pick and roll. Look at this first quarter. The Heat jump out to a commanding lead. All the sports bettors, all the odds said the Celtics were going to do it. They were going to win this game 7. What a shocker in the first half. Jason Tatum, he was hobbling and grimacing all night. For the Celtics, it's got to be the next man up, but Jaylen Brown with 8 turnovers. At one point in this game, he had more turnovers than the Heat did as a team. He had 8 turnovers, the Heat had 7. Derek White and Rob Williams, they played great again tonight. They were the only guys that were prepared for Game 7 that actually played hard. But Jaylen Brown's 8 turnovers, absolutely embarrassing because last season, that's all he had to improve. That's all he had to work on. And he's still turning the ball over, losing it, dribbling off his own foot, doing crazy stuff. Look at Caleb Martin with the fadeaway. He had 26 points in this game. Jimmy Butler with 28 points. Caleb Martin should have won the Eastern Conference Finals MVP because Jimmy Butler had a few bad games. And in those games, Martin was still going crazy. So he was really solid. He was consistent. And what's embarrassing about this Celtics loss at home, you see the scoreboard, but the Heat were playing a zone defense. It was an obnoxious zone defense. They literally, in the second half, for almost every possession, they just came out in a zone. And the Celtics couldn't score on that zone. It gave them so much trouble. They just stayed in it for the remainder of the game. I've never seen that happen before. The Celtics were just chucking up threes and praying. They missed their first 10 to 12 threes in the first quarter. That should have given them a hint that they got to go to the basket. Just imagine the Denver Nuggets. You think they're going to struggle with the Heat if they play a zone? Very impressive victory for the Miami Heat. They become the first team in NBA history to go through the play-in tournament and then make the NBA Finals. They are just the second 8th seed in NBA history to make it to the NBA Finals. The New York Knicks did that in the 90s. This is one of the most unlikely playoff runs we've ever seen. The Heat, their stats this season, they were ranked 30th in points, 27th in rebounds, 25th in assists, 25th in offensive rating, 21st in defensive rating. They got destroyed in the play-in, blown out by the Hawks, almost lost to the Bulls, and now they're going to the NBA Finals. Wow. And just imagine if they somehow beat the Nuggets. This would be the most unlikely championship in NBA history. My songs, He Quit the Game, Lob City, and My Camo are now available on all streaming platforms. Oh, actually, here we go. I was about to say, oh, we missed it. Oh, that's it. But for some reason, I ain't even edited. I'm going to show that, but I guess we just didn't want to show the skills the first time. Look at this. Okay, there we go. I tried to do that. Oh, man.